Call the meeting to order. Welcome to the next Plan for Water meeting of the Board of Directors of the NID Irrigation District. Where's the camera?
Right
Today we'll continue with our strategic planning. And as usual, if this is a workshop format, and that means you can chime in anytime you like. If you're watching from home, you want to star 9 your phone to raise your hand or chat in the chat. And with that, we will stand with you for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Madam Secretary, will you call the roll, please?
Division 1, here. Division 2,
Here.
Division 3, here. Division 4, here. Division 5.
Here. All right. And as usual, our General Manager, Jennifer Hansen, will be facilitating the meeting today. So take it away, Jennifer.
All right. I believe this is our 5th meeting for strategic planning. And hopefully, I'm pretty positive we can hopefully get done today. We do have several individuals who have asked to try to end a little bit early, so we will shoot for that. But that means the more efficient we can be with our table work, the more likely we will be able to get out early. So with that, I will just very quickly go over the matrix. We're in strategic planning, stage 6, or stage, I can't remember this, 5, 5th meeting. And then as we stated before, next we jump into all of the modeling after this. Once we finish with strategic planning, we will be moving these meetings back to the district office for anybody who cares. Our friends at home, please feel free to use the chat function if you want to participate, you don't feel like speaking up, or you can raise your hand, or you can just unmute your phone. So as everybody knows, the last time, we start off with a little team building exercise, and today's is really fun, and Naomi is going to lead it. So Naomi, you want to get going?
Yes. All right. I have a bag of tricks. Does everyone know what bananagrams is? I'm going to get a bag of bananagrams. Oh, look, I think
no one's like we're learning together.
Okay.
I think that we might need to drum.
Yeah.
Okay.
And go backward. That's what she forgot to put down.
So what? I think not.
Sure. And it's from here too. Only if you work with friends.
Where did those go? Did she pass them out? Okay. I need to.
Oh, Lisa just wants to read.
Yeah. I'm gonna join the smart table.
Good. The smart table.
Yep. Okay. So here are the rules. Gotta listen now. Barbara, are you finding a table? I'm gonna explain the rules.
Oh, you are? Okay.
Yes. So once you have 5 minutes, open up the bag.
This is the smallest thing.
You guys ready? Okay.
You guys have to listen up for the rules so you don't lose by default because you get kicked out for cheating.
Okay.
We don't cheat. I don't know. She's just not going to win at any cost kind of table.
No.
Okay. You guys are gonna dump the bags on your table. You have 5 minutes. The words have to be related to the district or water. All the letters. They have to be 3 or more letters. You cannot hyphenate. No abbreviations. No duplicate words. And what else? Make sure they're spelled right.
Yeah, no abbreviation.
And then do you see the little thing here? You have to they all have to be connecting. You're all making one big puzzle with a group of you. So like I think I said, left to right, top to bottom, you have to be spelled. Yeah, go. 5 minutes. Go. Clearly they weren't paying attention.
Yeah, they have this one. Right on. Right on. There you go. You're fine. You were all there.
The winner will be the least amount of tiles left.
How about liquid?
No one cheating for the rubber
Meadow?
Height?
What about? Yeah, we got a good one. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I know.
The biggest word.
Yes.
Just 2 minutes and 45 seconds. I'll give him a 2 minute warning.
District or water?
Two minutes.
Yeah,
No, you have to 3 letters.
oh, okay. Okay.
Oh, yeah, you can see here.
Oh, yeah.
You said no radiation, just hydro.
Nobody.
You need words without seeing.
I know. Well, maybe not. Yeah. Yeah, it's funny because that's.
Diversion?
30 seconds. You got 30 seconds. You guys only have 30 seconds left. Like if you've never, did it have anyone here?
Oh, yeah.
Nope.
Okay.
Right, hands up. Hands up. Hands up. Okay.
All right, count up how many tiles.
How many tiles do you have left over?
How many tiles you have left over?
But how about the 10-pointer?
Not Scrabble. Yeah.
How many do we have left? 35, 37? Oh, yeah, the meter. Yeah.
55? 55. How many? 75. 55. Okay, wait, 55. How many times?
Verify their words.
Yeah. Would you like to read your words off?
We have hydro.
Hydro is an abbreviation. We even went with hydrology because of it. Let's go to the judges.
Going to the dictionary.
Four. We were way late. We were 4 running. Everyone has to get it. Horrible.
What, dictionary.com?
I think it's a prefix that means why.
There you go.
I don't think there's an I in there. That word has to come out.
56.
We're either allowed to predict the water though. 4. No, wrong.
Who does not word?
57, 58. I don't know. Wait, we're doing the next thing? Yes, go ahead, read them. Does that work? Can we spell it right?
Yeah, I want to check the spelling on that.
Yeah.
That's a hard word to spell.
Readers? No.
Reader.
Meter.
Oh, meter.
We have meter readers.
Meter readers.
Meter and readers. No. Lake. Engineer. Pipe. Dam. Water. Life. Canada 4. Canal. Hydro, conduit, intake, stipend, sitting, and. Beaches.
Oh, no, they need the.
Yeah, life is not a quality.
We don't need readers.
We don't think readers is two of them. Like one link fits all.
What was the next time? That was the next one.
I'm just the optimization guy. Not really good the first time around.
Yeah, 77. You guys. I don't know if they were. You guys are 77 over here? How many? 75. 75. 70 is the next table.
We still win.
No.
Even with all our mistakes, we still win.
In your dream. They have to pull out.
Snow? It snows.
I thought precipitation and watershed.
Well, water, river.
Yep.
They got it. Okay. I got it.
They beat you guys?
You got beat too?
Table 1, table 1.
You used the word score, and you had a misspelling, the misspelling. You can't do like the better.
They got a bunch of disqualified words and misspelled.
You couldn't do that. How is that? We could have done it different. Four. Water, 4.
We said no.
We disqualified.
They disqualified.
I think that's.
So this is the winner.
No. 4.
Okay.
Yeah, we're not even saying.
Right.
Hydrology fit farmers.
Great.
Well, I
Those are, we're talking about water works.
Good job.
Marketing.
It's super fun day. Bob and I did it last night in the chat. We did 5 minutes for the two of us. Not too bad. That's a good one to do. There's so many different, there's a ton of different versions. You should look online. Okay. There's a banana junior, there's small, smaller. Okay. Fun. Thank you. Thank you. Good. Glad. I'm looking for my, yours should be paper at the bottom. Might be this one. Just 10. Oh, you had this game at home? Yeah. I have like every game at home. If you ever need to borrow a game, I'm missing one more.
It was probably better than putting, aunt and uncle, they have like every game known to man.
Yeah, okay, we're gonna get started, but if I can speak, but before we do, Ms. Karen has something to say.
I just wanted to thank all of the staff who have participated in this, strategic planning process. I think it has enriched the dialogue, the outcomes, the quality of what we produce. I appreciate that it takes a lot of time to pull away from work. So I'm sure I speak on behalf of all the board.
You're here.
Yep. And saying thank you for taking the time, for making, I think, the outcome so much richer, and I'm super excited with where we've come.
Yeah.
Really true. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, it's been awesome.
Alrighty. Anyone have any questions or anything before we get started? So we have done our mission, vision, and values, and now we're on to strategic priorities. So strategic priorities are intended to help guide operational decisions and the annual budgeting process, and even directives that the board brings forward for staff. So these will be priorities that the board will eventually adopt, that we all agree on and buy into, that collectively together will not only support our mission, but they will help us obtain our future vision. And so with that, this is probably, for me, this is usually the best tool that comes out of strategic planning, because it is often helpful to guide what large activities we decide to do for the upcoming year that are outside of our normal operations. It also can even help you with operational decision-making as far as trying to determine where we really should be spending our time and effort. So the goal is to come up with about 5 strategic priorities, and then underneath those priorities, we will develop specific goals that will be much more actionable, very specific. So, for example, if watershed was determined to be, healthy watersheds was a strategic priority, a goal might be to develop a watershed management plan in years 1 and 2 of the strategic plan. A second goal might be to identify a revenue source and how much of, revenue you need on an annual basis to pay for implementation for the plan. It could be something like strive to restore X number of acres of watershed per year. So those are things that are very specific that we can do, and if we all are on the same page about them, we'll take consideration of them in the annual budget, because as you know, in a public agency, if something is not budgeted, it usually is not going to get accomplished. And so these will be things that we will revisit throughout any particular year and see how we're doing on implementing them. And they'll also be revisited by the board on an annual budgeting process basis to reconfirm them, but also so we can check in and tell the public as well as the board how we're doing on meeting our strategic priorities. So one of the first, I believe it's the second meeting, we did the strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats exercise. And out of that exercise came a number of opportunities for the district. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go back and do table work. Okay, do you wanna help me pass this out? So we have a couple of handouts for you. One is basically a sheet that gives you the step-by-step process, for accomplishing this today. And then we also have in here, just for your information, the 2016 strategic goals that were adopted. So we're gonna set strategic priorities and then specific goals. And then we have the 2022 draft mission statement that this group already came up with. And we have the 2022 draft vision statement. And then there's some conversation about attributes that of effective strategic priorities. So they need to be specific, right? In the sense that we all need to understand what it means, and it's not up for interpretation. They have to serve the greater purpose of moving the organization forward, must be successfully accomplished within a specific amount of time, no matter what. So if your strategic priority is just super lofty and not specific, it's going to be hard to ever measure it and ever to know if you've ever implemented it. This should be a goal that is, our priority should be specific enough so that there can be an implementation period. So the whole point of this exercise is to actually set priorities and then subsequent goals that will actually get to where we're wanting to go at the end of it. We should have a reasonable number. I think 5 is pretty good. It's hard for agencies to work on more than 5 lofty items at one time. And then remember, the most important thing is it's pulling us towards the future. So this should be something that is improving the district for our ratepayers, improving our current mission and how we're able to implement it. And so it should definitely be forward thinking. And then they should be thoughtful and streamlined. If they're too lengthy and all encompassing, that will also prohibit us from actually achieving our priorities and implementing them. So we have a step-by-step process. The first step, we are going to utilize the cards again. So one of the items when we went through the strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats process, we distilled down the opportunities, and then if you recall, the group voted on those opportunities. So Katie will pass out one of these sheets to each person, and this will help you with your group work. So on the sheet, it also has the number of people that voted for it. And so the idea is these are then included onto these cards, and so you'll break up into pairs or into 2 or 3 people, whatever works for your table, and identify, basically we're going back through the process of keep, discard. But some of these also lend themselves to being combined, so feel free as your table to combine them. At the end of this exercise, you and your partner will do it, or you and your 3-person partnership will do it, and then you'll join together with your table, and you'll come up with your top 5, and then we'll do a report out. So yes, Rick?
I have a question. So I could see where the strategic priorities that we set today or in the next couple of weeks might need to be revisited in 3 years because something has changed. So are these meant to be long-term, for 10 years, or is there some window? Because I think I would see these differently if I thought they could be revisited every year.
The idea is they will be revisited every single year during the annual budgeting process. Some things might be a 1-year priority. Some things might be a 3-year priority. It just depends on what the priority ends up being, but it's also important that every board reaffirms their commitment to the priority so that we're all moving in the same direction. Right. Typically, how I've seen this play out is most of the time the board, they usually for the most part reaffirm their priorities. I have seen situations where they felt that they have accomplished one of their priorities and where they've added 1 or 2 more priorities in future years.
Well, an example is our board of supervisors. They meet for 3 days in January, they set their priorities, and I don't know, some years ago, figuring out the whole cannabis issue was among their top 5. Well, they kind of did that, and now this year, I think they added a recreational component and sort of dropped off the cannabis stuff. So that was in that context.
Is exactly how it typically works.
Okay, great.
Yep. They're not usually changed every single year, all 5 of them, just from the reason being that it would be difficult for a district, an organization as large as NID to pivot that quickly and be effective at getting anything done. But they do get revisited every year, and either redefined, reaffirmed, or, as you stated, one has been accomplished and we're gonna add something new. Anyone have any more questions? Okay, so we're gonna get started with this first part. Yeah. And we'll give you about 20 minutes for this first part.
I wonder, no. Hey, I already tried that. Okay, no, big trouble.
Great.
Nothing at all. Not even talking about what I did, right? What I didn't do. Yeah, if I wanted it done, I would have already done it.
Great social leading. Trevor, Barbara, if you guys want to join in, go join in. Oh. What's the difference? Right, but there's a colored bar at the top of the thumb. These are, but I do them out. Maybe their blue is out on that one. Okay.
Pleasure.
I feel like, before with staff report, big contracts, we had to, how does this fit into just the strategic priorities of the district? Right. Right, right, okay. Well, you want to work with us? Okay, so I think we get like a yes and no file, and then we have the part, we're gonna say. Well, that's kind of, yeah, let's do that. Okay, so let's definitely. Yeah. Well, I think what we're gonna vote on. Yeah, definitely why.
We're gonna tear down the sign. I got a feeling that love and rainbows. So funny.
Follow that.
There's a baby.
Yeah, I think that's
Oh, that's the big picture. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Down the car. Cause the car, no, cause it's too.
And then they were.
Yeah, it's definitely.
I think that's fine, yeah, maybe just repair.
I think so, that's what I
Why water?
I think we should keep it.
Then I'm afraid of that, but so I feel like we're kind of like headed in the right direction.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah, wasn't that just your house? I'd love to take that.
Yeah, because it's pouring water.
Oh, should we?
I have all of that.
Okay, go.
And he's good, and like reading.
Oh, that's.
Or they even.
That goes in there, yeah, strategic planning.
I see the two are somewhat tied together, not just.
Yeah?
Look at expanding water efficiency. You have to look at the model.
Yeah, they keep that.
Leave that out that we said that we know about it. Are you still in?
You gotta be friends.
Yeah. Upgrade financial.
I know, we had a lunch. You had anything? Okay, where is our house?
For the whole thing?
Yeah, for the whole thing.
Oh, okay.
But you want to combine it?
Yeah, we're combining, even the ones that we're trashing.
That could be yeah, so I mean, those are great, I like that, but it all.
That's what we were saying, a lot of them used to do, we got it over, that's how
You guys only have about 10 minutes.
every Sunday, grants.
Right? You guys combine. Give me the morning. You guys only have about 10 minutes. so come up with your table coordinated list.
We're all just all there.
It's good, you don't like it?
Yeah, I think so.
There's no sugar in it. It's all right. Yeah, we got our, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Okay, let's compare.
Number one, we have.
Yes. Oh, yeah, we're like, all with that. That's okay. Yeah, repair, replacement, yeah. But I feel like that's hard. That's actually, which is right here, repair, replacement, so we kind of have the same thing. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Yep, we got that. Which is, yeah.
We had to combine it because they were
We did not do any of that. And then your other ones, and then we'll go back.
Well, I said we can combine them, but if we had to pick one,
What would be the least?
it would be the long
We have
term,
upgrade
because that would cover.
Yeah, we see that covered in quite a few.
Yeah, but
At least touching
we
pieces.
talked a few things based on.
Okay, I think we did too.
Yeah, that's kind of.
That, it works, but it's a separate piece.
Yeah, those,
With innovation, but now if you were to have investment and gave you training across the board.
And the innovation. I feel like we had that.
We should talk that one.
I know, right? Okay, so now we have our.
I feel like that way to go with this technology and.
Yeah, the corner.
No, it is.
No, this thing is.
I feel like that was kind of.
Yeah, we also tied to the outline of funding.
Right, we need tied funding and grants. It's a little early. We never really.
Yeah, I agree to those three. Upgrade financial, employee investment, long-term plan. Those are the three.
And I think your financial was our like technology.
I think that's, I think you had upgrade financial.
Well,
It's, yeah, it's behind the. Okay.
upgrade financial.
We had innovation
So we actually had that card covering part of adaptation to climate.
It does. Water supply.
Yeah, so we have some innovation. And you guys go with the water. Okay, so.
Floor and water. Very big.
I'm like,
Hey,
like.
like, just the people that don't have water in the water, the hands are probably.
Okay, you guys have your sign on? Yeah, right, I think that long-term planning. Yes, that's what I want to see about.
New customers.
Adaptation to climate has to be part of it.
Okay, we have 5 minutes. And then we have like a.
Based off of.
That was would be.
Yeah.
Especially treated water.
So we have three that really
Oh, upgrade financial, yeah.
figured out how to isolate the money for that.
No, we didn't, that was the long-term planning.
Yeah, we had it with the technology data collection.
Like that long-term planning, yeah. Because you can have financial, like, you know, that all
Okay, so we sold it for. Yeah.
And then innovation would be a. Three that were the same.
That covers the whole, yeah. I think the long-term planning. I think innovation. Yeah, we have that.
You guys can work it, like, or you have all separate parts, and you have that too. We have one more.
Healthy watershed using tech.
Well, and we were looking at upgrade financial.
Yeah, maybe put it in.
Here.
Do we need to keep this with it, or?
Innovation would be.
Okay, so we said their watershed. I feel like I should get you guys a prize or something.
Well, tree is still
I saw these Oh, did you? Didn't you got them at Ben Franklin? Yeah, were there only the three, the same three? They had the cat and the pumpkin. And they only had like a skeleton and one cat. Oh, I almost bought the cat. They're I bought all of them once they had, they only had one. At Ben Franklin. I was looking for a little house. Well, there was that one. You guys are done. Well, are you guys done? Yes. Done. How are you guys doing?
Oh, and then.
You have 2 minutes.
That was.
Maybe sewer is a sub?
Yeah.
We have four that are. We have that.
very high turnover.
Funding and grants.
Yeah. It is, but yeah, that's.
You done? All right. Everybody, are you guys done? Okay, so pick a presenter from your table. And we're gonna see if we can't get some consistency. All right, Shad, first presenter, everyone listen up.
Cindy's gonna be my card holder. Okay. First one we've got, long-term planning, infrastructure financial, subcategory of sound strategic planning with measurable actions to focus.
So try to, I'm not gonna try to, so you're grouping that underneath there, long-term infrastructure planning?
Correct.
That was number one on the list.
Okay. And then you grouped what?
The sound strategic planning with measurable action
Okay.
to focus that.
Number
It felt like it
nine.
was part of that. That's how you achieve long-term.
Yeah.
On the list, it's number 9, if you wanna.
Okay. Okay, keep that in mind. Okay, what's
Next up,
number 2?
Employee investment. Financial stability.
That's number 3? Yeah. But financial stability, okay.
We didn't do that. I'm just grabbing over there and use the word. Watershed stewardship.
Yeah, we added it.
Yeah, it's okay.
Water supply.
Great. All right.
card says expand water supply, but we added, oh, exploring water supply. We just, water supply.
Yeah,
Because then the subcategories work better.
I agree. Okay, Rich's table, who's reporting out over there?
I'll do it.
Nate?
All right, we had a long-term planning, infrastructure, financial, employee investment, we had technology and data collection, we had increased public knowledge and participation,
You guys listen to the other tables so that you can, what was it?
increased public knowledge and participation, and watershed stewardship.
And watershed stewardship. Okay,
Under a bunch of these, we had a lot of these other ones.
okay, we'll get to that in a second. So, Chris's table.
Okay, we had the long-term planning, infrastructure, financial.
So everybody's adding financial to this.
On the card that was.
It's on the card.
It's on the card.
Card has it.
Okay,
And then we had the employee investment, engagement, training, cross-training. And then technology and data collection, and then we had slash innovation. We felt like those ones maybe went together with the financial upgrade.
okay.
And then we had watershed stewardship.
Did you guys have watershed stewardship? Oh, no, that's right, we've done 3 tables. Okay.
And then we kind of combined the water efficiency slash water supply.
That's what we did too.
Yeah, water supply and water efficiency?
Yes.
I added a star for the original person who said it.
Long-term planning and infrastructure, financial. Employee investment, engagement, training, cross-training. Financial stability. Technology and data collection. Watershed stewardship.
Awesome.
Okay, we've got, employee investment, financial stability, increased public knowledge and expand, water efficiency. And, then we have an internal debate on, adaptation to climate and watershed stewardship. Which one should be the priority? That's because we still have an ongoing discussion at our table to see how to solve.
Take care of the watershed.
Exactly.
You're
Yeah, we
taking
have
care
those
of it.
grouped
We
together.
have them grouped
Yeah.
together.
In the face of
Climate shed?
changing
Yeah.
climate.
Climate shed?
Adaptation to climate versus
Under watershed then.
watershed stewardship as the
Climate change,
adaptation.
yeah. Maybe you could also put that in long-term planning.
We put it in long-term planning because you're doing
Adaptation to
all of
climate.
the.
I think it's probably a little bit of both. Okay, so,
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, put a star under the watershed stewardship. Hotly debated over here. Still not done.
well,
Still gonna go on for a long time. We hung in there.
we kind of added it under both. Okay. So, well, this makes it a little bit easy. Definitely have some clearer consistencies. Long-term planning for infrastructure and financial planning with a little mini climate change on. Employee investment, we're all consistent. Watershed stewardship, with a little climate change nod. And then we have some ties here. So we have technology, data collection, innovation, water supply and water efficiency, and then we have financial stability.
All tied.
They're all tied.
I feel like the financial was covered in the long-term planning, infrastructure, and financial.
That's what we did too.
That's what we did.
That's what we did.
Well, I think it depends on what you're talking about. Are you talking about revenue, or are you talking about sustainability of the whole financial structure?
Yeah. Yeah.
All of it.
Yes.
Yes.
We have two members back there who could have swayed the vote. Financial,
Can you tell me what technology
Break the
and data
tie.
collection refers to?
I think that it's, mostly tied in with innovation. So when this first got brought up, there's a lot of efficiencies in every piece of our district, whether it be with the canals, treatment plants, hydro. If we use more technology, the more data that you collect, eventually the technology is just gonna become smarter, and the data will be invaluable at that point. We don't leverage technology to the degree that we could be at this point, to just even reduce labor costs and to do what we do better.
And isn't that largely because of cost?
Well, sometimes you have to spend money to save money, right?
Right, right.
Yeah.
I think labor's our most expensive.
Labor by far is our most expensive cost. If we don't start making investments in technology and data collection, we're really gonna miss the boat. Technology and data collection could help every single division, even from recreation to hydropower to any of
So
these.
do we have a strategic plan to do that? Or is that, we're coming out of this?
But that's the point of this, is to determine what's important. So this really only got three stars. And it's tied with financial stability and water supply and efficiency.
See, I almost think that combines with water supply. Technology and data collection
I do
help
too.
your efficiency and water supply.
I don't necessarily agree. I think it should be standalone. It's much greater than just water.
In every division,
Yeah.
every department.
It's recreation. It's how we operate we're barely touching the edge. At some point in the future, there will be autonomous mowers that go out and mow the canals. I mean, those are the things that are coming.
Can I ask on financial stability? In my experience, when you have an organization that has serious financial issues, financial stability is a strategic priority.
Yeah.
But when you're in a relatively stable financial situation, you don't put it as a strategic priority because you're not that far from, you're getting the finances organized and reporting the way they should be. So, to me, the district doesn't have an issue with financial stability at this moment.
Well, if we don't raise rates or identify alternative sources of non-ratepayer revenue, we will not be able to pay for many of the things we need. Even just in the 10-year term.
But isn't financial stability something that at this point we have the means to control through rates and through efficiency?
Yeah, I think for, financial stability can just be purely money, and it also can be having a solid ERP, having all of our accounting practices up to,
Well, then
thoroughly thought out.
we put it with, the upgrade of the financial system as like a sub underneath financial stability, because we know that we have to upgrade that system, and we're in process of doing that, right? But we
Yeah.
can't just go, oh, it's on a strategic priority, so we're not gonna finish the job.
Yeah, so for example, if this were financial stability in my world would be, because we're talking about like 1 to 5 years. ERP, ensure accounting has all the resources they need. We still do a lot of inefficient things, for example, with purchasing. I look for increasing non-ratepayer revenue sources. I look for increasing revenue sources for recreation because it's highly subsidized by hydropower right now.
Right.
So those would be the things that for me would fall under it. which may not be as important to everybody else.
Doesn't water supply and whatever that is come under the watershed stewardship? That's what we put under.
Yeah, so here we have watershed, and climate change comes into watershed stewardship, but I also think it comes into long-term infrastructure planning. Because it's positioning your infrastructure to be better suited for the climate conditions that are gonna be prevalent in the future.
The water
Supply.
supply and efficiency could
Those
fall under
go
the
together.
watershed,
It can-
stewardship, is that what
It
you're
can go both ways.
Efficiency, so what do we mean by water supply?
He has a great,
Well, water supply efficiency can be enhanced through watershed stewardship, but it also can be addressed through infrastructure and planning. I mean, it fits under both.
It could, so hearing that, to me, it sounds like it's more well-suited for specific goals. Because what's the goal for water supply? These have to be actionable, not just
You have it.
have enough. But what does that mean? Increase our water supply by 20% over the next 5 years? I mean,
dredging sediment or what?
it could be, I mean, what, if,
Climate change is completely under that one as well. I mean, we know we're gonna have a different look at our water supply with climate change.
Well, the strategic opportunity that came out of water supply added canal efficiency. Not, I mean, what I'm seeing is numbers that expand water efficiency. Did somebody combine water supply and water efficiency?
Yes.
yeah.
Okay,
Oh,
and then we must have dropped then canal efficiency on that. That's fine.
I think that's okay, because I think water supply efficiency is also looking at the treatment plant. I mean, are we utilizing the treatment plant, are we utilizing our system best, for things to be?
So is it water supply efficiency or water supply and efficiency?
I wasn't finished.
What was that, Tor?
I believe it should be and efficiency.
Yes, but okay. So, Laura, what were you saying?
I was saying that, so, our repair and replacement, so like water supply, there's strategic opportunity on the table had canals on it, as Greg mentioned. But I don't think it's limited to canals, I think that, system efficiency and water efficiency, and it was dash canals. But I think that in the context when we were doing our opportunities, it was expand water efficiency, meaning revisiting how all of the plumbing of all the systems work and how the treatment plants can be better operated to work together. And so that's water supply efficiency in it now, and treated water as far as I see it. And it also, water supply and, water supply efficiency could, repair and replacement.
We put exploring water supply under long-term planning. Infrastructure, because they're gonna go hand in hand. You're gonna have to build, you're gonna have to take sediment out, you're gonna have to do something. If you wanna make it a greater water supply,
That makes
It does make sense.
Yeah, it easily could fit under there.
financial kinda goes with the same thing. If you don't have the money, you're not building. Buying, you're not fixing.
I think that mixing financial and infrastructure together is a mistake. I think they're two completely,
So do you have two, long-term infrastructure planning and long-term financial stability planning?
I won't even say planning, I'd say long-term financial stability.
But then you have technology that rules it out.
water supply is a goal.
You would have.
So we do,
Yeah. You just crammed it in here.
Long-term.
so then get back to what some of our values and our mission and vision. Does long-term infrastructure, we're not just planning, what's our priority? Is it just planning is our priority?
Well, repair, replacement.
Or is it long-term infrastructure reliability is really the priority and all those things come under it?
I agree with that. I think planning is a process,
Yeah.
not the outcome.
So, long-term infrastructure reliability. And then, Does everybody agree with employee investment?
Yes.
Yes.
Mhm.
And we all agree with watershed stewardship.
Yes.
I think where we start falling apart is on combining,
That's where we fall.
I think that the water supply and efficiency, but I think people are meaning two different things. I think some people are talking more about protecting our water rights, and some people are more efficient.
Didn't even see water rights as part of that. I sort of saw, yeah, the
Yeah.
supply and efficiency of our current supply.
Efficiency, I would say, falls under the law.
Is the long term, what's relevant about the long term is what we just liability? I mean, it's not only long term, when we're doing it, we're gonna be on a 1 year, a 3 year, and a 5 year. So the long term, that is.
Long-term.
We have to have it long, over the long term. We have to have like a 20-year plan, a 10-year plan, a 30-year plan. 5-year plan. Yeah, and we have to have it, but I would think in those 5-year increments, and how much are we gonna budget each year for what pieces, and staff then says, oh, this is the budget. That's kind of how I see that working. And how many goals come out of each one of these strategic priorities?
Whatever seems reasonable. Period. I don't wanna go beyond.
So there's goals.
Yeah, it is, it's, so, so long term, it's very encouraging. And yet, that's.
It could be, I mean, you could also just say infrastructure reliability. I mean, there's no issue with that.
Yeah, we can't control the watershed, we can't control the.
I like, I'm just saying, I like long-term because I think it's important. I think you have near-term planning that feeds into the long-term, but I think long-term implies that we're not just looking at the next 3 to 5 years. We are looking 20 years out and 30 years out and planning for it. So.
You say we're gonna be our priority is infrastructure reliability, that implies long-term and short-term and all terms, not only long-term.
I'm just saying what I think, Laura. You don't have to agree.
No, I don't agree.
That's okay.
No, I agree.
Okay, so, some of this, what we're gonna do is once we kind of get our final suite of 5 of them, we'll give them to each table to flush out better, and I think you'll be able to work through some of these issues with your table. So, the question is do we want financial stability to be a standalone, water supply and efficiency to be a standalone, or technology and data collection?
And can the long-term infrastructure include IT infrastructure or technology?
It could, it could. I think it should stand alone.
I think it's down its own, it's a
I think
huge
this is one
thing.
of our weakest areas.
I think that's. I also think that financial stability needs to stand alone. We can't do it if we don't have that.
For me, water supply and efficiency falls under long-term infrastructure and watershed stewardship.
I agree.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
If that's the case, then you could have technology and data, or innovation, however you wanna call it, and financial stability be their own.
The top 5.
Yeah.
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 And then,
How do we feel about that,
Yes.
Thumbs up.
the 5 tables? I just don't, you don't wanna dilute it too much.
Yeah, but we have that complex, so how do you?
I just think this, it doesn't lend itself to one category.
Right, I agree with that. And financial stability, I mean, this economy could go places we've never seen before,
Yeah.
so financial stability is critical.
I think that we do need to make a hard push on this.
So how do we get more public knowledge and buy-in and social media? I mean, we're weak at that too.
For me, it's just not a priority that's on the
To me, yeah, see, Rich, to me, I mean, I think it's important, but to me, when compared to the infrastructure, the financial stability, employee investment, it falls beneath that pretty significantly.
And I don't disagree with that.
And it could, though, be incorporated into each one of those. We want to let the public know what we're doing for long-term stability and what we're doing, you know.
But I think we just went through, I don't know, 5, 6, 7, 8 years of turmoil because we did not define the agenda
Well, that's
of
true.
what we were trying to do. And
But I think
someone else defined
this
it.
is going to be the defined agenda, our long-term priorities, and, you know.
Could that be an actionable item?
Yeah, I think an actionable item, I agree, Barb.
Our fire district did that. They started with selling it to the public to drastically raise the parcel charge, and it all passed.
Mhm.
It was like threefold increase. and it all
Well, that's
passed.
kind of what
But
PCWA
that's
did.
fire, that is fire, that's
Yeah.
a hot topic.
Well, the PCWA, you know, did those workshops,
Right.
and then they passed, you know,
Right.
5 years for the next,
So I
5%
think
for the next
that's
5 years
key.
or whatever it was.
That's key to what we're talking about.
But I
If we
think it's
said-
an actionable thing,
Yeah.
depending on what the.
So as long as we keep that in mind, I think we have consensus.
That's an ongoing.
Yeah, it is ongoing.
Rather than just say, hey, we're gonna have a new water rate increase this year.
Have fun.
We're gonna get you all involved
Enjoy
and-
it. Enjoy it.
Right along with
So
business
we have
meeting and everything else.
financial disability, is that the right word?
Financial.
Sustainability,
Sustainability?
I kind of feel like it should be sustainability.
What's that, sustainable?
Financial sustainability.
Oh, yeah, oh,
Yeah,
Status
that-
facility, yes.
Yeah.
Okay. And then we have, how would we define technology, innovation, and data collection? The purpose of those is for future efficiency, means of reporting, more integrated managed systems.
and for safety, you know, for our
Safety.
infrastructure safety.
If we integrated more of our
Accuracy.
systems together, it would just ultimately need less labor, but also have more ease of reporting.
Right.
Right, everything's kind of bifurcated.
Similar to what was said, I think Rich mentioned it, the public outreach and education piece, that applies to each of the 4 higher goals, because I don't see knowing our system as I know it, from being out in the woods or along a canal, I don't see how so much of what we do would be automatable. I think we're crawling out there like ants because we need to be, but if we had ways to know flow rates that were, real time and spread throughout the watershed, we could really change how we move water, hold water, so just to use the watershed thing, because I think everything's watershed, I guess. But it would help us to know that. So I almost think that piece, that technology and data collection applies to all the rest. That would be my choice.
Except that it is a standalone.
It is standalone.
It is a standalone thing, and we are so behind.
I think it needs to be just a major priority of the district from an investment.
I do too at this point. I mean, maybe, and it can, like, now I know, we can shift these around as things get better here, and we can drop off and add.
We have security issues, we
Yeah, we
have
have big
data
time
collection
security
issues.
Internal compliance.
Yeah, compliance is hard because we have so many regulatory compliance items. Yeah, some of this also, hiring and training staff, right? Okay, what do we think about this? Whittled down list, it doesn't mean that everything falls off, it just means it probably fits under something else.
Right.
I have to say that I feel uncomfortable dropping off water supply and efficiency. And the reason being is that if I'm the public and I look at these goals, given the climate situation in our region and the lack of water in the state, I think the public perspective is our water supply is the number one issue NID should be concerned about. And I think not having that called out as a strategic priority is problematic. I also think that the state is going to be calling on every water agency to increase efficiency. And again, so I just see that as, I don't see it just putting it under infrastructure, because I think water supply is bigger than infrastructure. Anyway,
Let's think about that. I mean, I don't necessarily disagree, but I'm not sure I know what water supply as a priority is. What does that mean? Does that mean improve our water supply? Use our water supply better?
Everything we have up there points to having an adequate, reliable water supply.
Yeah. Yeah, but how that's the priority, is having an adequate, we already, I mean, technically, we have an adequate water supply.
Well, we do now, but everything we're doing is to guarantee that.
What are you doing to get, I mean, give me an example, because I think that this
Well,
falls.
let's take the snowpack shrinking. So how are we, what are we doing to protect against that? Or we don't have that.
Mitigate that, yeah.
Mitigate, that's a better word.
It'd be a storage issue.
But isn't,
Infrastructure.
It's a mission statement.
Address
infrastructure.
I mean,
isn't water supply in your mission statement, so
Yeah.
your
Yes.
overarching? So, I mean, that's where it should be.
The mission statement is to provide a dependable, high-quality water supply.
Right.
Boom, all
How are we
this
gonna
does
do
that.
it? Well, we're gonna do
Yes.
it by these 5 or 6 things.
Yes,
So, water supply is actually in there, and it's kind of like a higher goal,
Yeah.
an umbrella over these.
Because we don't even say water.
I think infrastructure sounds cold, whereas like water is tangible. So I agree with you that it's covered by that, yeah. But like if we had a different word or another word.
Like
so
long-term
the,
water.
well, so
I
same
think
with like
everybody knows.
long-term infrastructure.
I do understand what you're saying. Like
So,
when I looked at those 5 things, I'd be like,
if you're,
if I'm
Where's the water?
a rancher out there and I look at these, I'd be going.
I just don't know what to put under
water
this.
supply.
But that's our mission.
But you would look at the overall
that-
mission statement, though.
No, you don't. You look at what is the district doing to make sure I've got adequate water in the future, and the mission statement doesn't speak to that. The mission statement says this is what we
But
do.
then the goals are underneath it.
But this,
The goals and the priorities, say how we're going to meet that mission. We're doing to
I just
accomplish
think that it's, I think our water supply is what every single NID customer cares about. And I think not calling it out as a strategic goal is a mistake. I just think we ought, and I don't think putting it under infrastructure reliability is adequate, or financial stability or data collection. I see the connection. But that's just my opinion. So we don't, you guys, this is a majority thing, so that's fine. I just think it's a mistake to not consider that from the public
optically it
perspective.
doesn't.
I think you just gotta think it out a little bit more.
Can I say something? We keep thinking these are goals, but they're strategic priorities. I 150% agree with Karen. If we don't say flat out, we're gonna try and, one of our most highest priorities, or one of our 5 top priorities, our top 5, first or 5 priorities, is water supply, efficiency, reliability. People buy more water than they need because we don't have, there's so many ways we can improve our system. That's
Actually, I,
our customers are concerned about.
well, can we use one of those 5 as a goal within strategic, if we use water supply and efficiency as a strategic plan, can we use one or the other as a goal under it to reach those points?
No, I think you have to think about what is the priority. The priority is not just infrastructure, right? So it's gonna be something like, our priority is NID. NID will ensure to plan and invest in infrastructure needed to have an adequate water supply and to deliver water in the future of climate change. I mean, you gotta think about what does a priority mean? It just can't be infrastructure's a priority. What are we doing with it? How are you gonna set goals off of that?
That's where we're Karen is saying, our number one priority should be water supply. How we're gonna do that is our goal.
Indoor
I hear that.
water supply and watershed stewardship, because the watershed is a part of our water supply.
And that's,
I think that it'll fall under that too. Once you spell these out, I think your issue's going to be addressed.
Okay, and what you've written there does, make me feel a lot better. Thanks.
I think we're just getting focused on short words and not on the priority in the light of climate change. I think once you spell all of these out, you'll start seeing how it's gonna filter through, because as Barbara stated, it's our overall mission, so almost every single one is gonna come up in that. Because my struggle is just thinking ahead. I don't know what priorities I'm gonna make for water supply and for infrastructure. Water efficiency, I could see being its own. I don't know.
That's why the technology piece is so important.
Yeah, and you can also fall, water efficiency could fall under watershed stewardship, taking less of the watershed than you need.
I think a true question is, what is our water supply, and do we have enough? For the current customers, we have, I mean by going to a 3-4 year drought. Last year, we were pretty rough. Thank God the storms came through and kind of pulled us through, but if we didn't have those, didn't have enough to go provide for all of our customers, treated and raw, we don't have that.
Yeah, I think,
So
so that
that's
gets
where it's
answered with this, right? This is where all the master planning comes and the modeling, and it's gonna show us where we are gonna fall short, especially on if there's any capture issues.
So are you saying that the next step would be to take these 5?
Take those broader categories and make it into a priority. But it should be actionable, right? It's not just like our priority is infrastructure, because what does that mean? Because remember, we have to get to our vision. I mean, you could make climate change just one, but we also have a lot of other big items where I think it's going to fall into watershed stewardship, long-term infrastructure planning. Do you guys want to work on these 5, or do you want to split them up, or are you not comfortable yet?
what do you mean split them up?
I'm fine.
Each table is gonna take one of those categories and write out the actual priority, so it should be something similar,
You want us to write a thing like that?
something similar, so it's.
I didn't mean that funny.
Jen, is this the point at which, under each one of these, what do we call it, priorities, that then we are gonna have, when you say actionable, does that also mean measurable? So, long-term infrastructure, we will replace X number of miles per year to ensure that, doom does not fall off.
It definitely could be that.
So, but in other words, so what our task today is to not only say what we want to do, but have something measurable attached to it.
Yes. Yeah, so the strategic priorities are different than the goals. So the strategic priority is, so the strategic priority is a little bit broader. The goals are going to be very specific, as you stated. So a goal would be, replace, ensure our life cycle, our average age of our treated water mains is 40 years old or less.
Right.
Something like that. Replace 10% of the flume of doom, have the whole thing replaced in
10 years.
10 years.
Well, we can bore a 1/4 mile a year. I don't know.
I think that's 40
Most
years.
tunnel build ever.
40 years.
40 years.
Can't you,
Oh, you want
Okay, thank you, you answered my question.
Okay. So each group is gonna take,
Tunnel?
all right, so,
Are you team, I think?
Okay. Table one, long-term infrastructure reliability.
Do we have watershed stewardship coming up next year?
But sometimes I think it's better to have not the one watershed. You guys are getting employee investment.
We get watershed.
And there's a reason, because we don't,
No, that's
we
good.
got
I think
more, we were gonna have our stuff in on.
We get watershed, sorry.
All right, beer wagon table, watershed stewardship. Financial, and you guys are technology and innovation.
All right.
investment.
Give John technology.
Yeah, what are you guys?
You guys over there in the corner.
Listen, I am like totally going down here. I am like, I don't believe it at all.
Oh, what are you doing? Go over there. Oh, yeah.
Huh?
Yes, priority.
Because I'm mad and angry. I am. I like it, keep going. I get tired of it. Okay, you might back up. I think you're gonna hide in the peanut gallery out there, Lisa. No, I thought you were. I saw you two sitting back there. I saw you.
What will we do to entertain it?
Well, I think that the forest helps the one.
Work management?
And so on.
No, we're working on summer vacation.
That helps children. What else can we get in our?
Yeah, so depending on like trees, there's bathroom transpiration. I know teachers.
The program is some number. Change her. I don't know. All I know is some number associated with it. But as soon as they change it, she gets a picture of the world. She's her whole And the other thing that she got was 2 hours to take an hour. We didn't figure that out, that's just I'm totally, I mean, like, was never even meditation. I have the, it was more easy than anything. There you go, like I can't do my wife found one, doesn't understand why I can't do the things.
Yeah, they overrate.
Okay, Ken, we got technology, your favorite subject. Just gonna like write technology is what's important than water supply.
Anybody else, the headwaters of the, well, we have water rights collection above silt and reservoirs.
Always.
Well, I think we're all, I'm writing down.
Well, yeah.
That's what I thought, but,
I think it's very technical.
yeah.
You're constantly being bombarded.
Got that calculated short.
That was what I was
Yeah, exactly.
Well, and then the upgrades on hydro, all the other switches that are now digital switches, somebody doesn't have to come down every time to look at them. That's operational efficiency, labor efficiency.
But is that part of water management? Yeah.
Well, that's,
I think that's like a, yeah.
When we go in, we do.
that's for,
Well, yeah,
enforcement. You're managing. Okay, so that's kind of our, that's
Yeah, for now.
control, I mean, yeah, I mean, sediment and, you know, definitely are or could be an issue. So we could say, yeah, you know, maybe like water quality and responsible practices, something like that. Yeah, because measurable, right? Right. Yeah.
One of our citizens.
Yeah, you kind of want to do it. Yeah. Right.
environmental quality.
Improved water quality. Issues. Yeah. Improving.
Yeah, they're kind of one step ahead.
And they were even
Mitigation would be irrigation control or sediment control, riparian, vegetation, you know, which helps filter out runoff water that comes into the soil.
So instead of saying, kind of like it's a, yeah. But how about if we're gonna continue water testing, or how do we make sure our
simulation of how the system works, how things switch, right? It would help identify how we get to.
maintain high quality water quality, maintain high quality water. That's the word. Evaluating how.
How we load our.
So we will continue our.
The amount of water at that sensor is way more than it should be. Those are water quality.
Exactly what we need.
Or you're already saying water quality, yeah, and maintain water, through mitigation, mitigation efforts. That'd be your.
I just wrote down,
Instead of.
Technology, okay.
What else is water?
That's why I don't have any left in the
In order to decrease contact. Okay, yeah, okay, so, Well, like, it'd be nice to have that couple of examples, you know how she was giving that with like the, visions of different companies? It'd be nice for people to have those.
Right, expensive,
Okay, I'm ready. You want to read it again? NID will provide water by managing, engagement and shopping. It could be They all have their biology, water quality, sediment control, all those things.
Right, I know.
I need an action word, I need an action word, and I need to put water.
Yeah, I'm curious what the vocabulary should be like, like spelling, power, like, it's autocorrect all the time.
Because we have to, like, we already have. Yeah, we don't. I know.
They're talking to each other through the phone. It's unbelievable.
Many things happen there. Of course. Continue. Yes.
Yeah, 'cause that's,
Yeah? Oh, you wrote it, sir?
Yeah, I wrote it. Which we can, and like,
Relationship. Engagement.
Doesn't work.
In order to reduce costs and increase production.
Bam. No,
Hired CEO of marketing.
that was,
Right.
You did really well, too.
yeah.
Some people got caught cheating. Hey.
That was pretty funny.
No, I was just, I just caught it all, like, oh, actively.
With the, Tom Calvin. I didn't realize it was, I mean,
So these would be goals.
Oh, somebody reached out to me.
We were hoping for like, last time. We have like four.
The next day,
Yeah.
we want to present to our group. I said, okay, cool. Then I never heard from them again. Yesterday, I said, hey, are we still doing this thing? Somebody said, and then on Facebook, they said, hey, we're having a candidate forum.
I'm out
Oh, it's gonna be.
You're gonna finish right then, but if you get an idea.
They're gonna debate me. You should hear, what, some of the folks in the room. I've been told that there's a area, Nancy here and convince the GOP, that I was conservative. That's verbatim. Somebody actually sent me. I live for my whole life. I actually, my wife thinks it's really good. And tell somebody but not.
Yeah. Right.
But the canvassing, this goes to, most of what I do canvassing is like what I do when I we're working, the ranchers, we all know. All people in this water and yeah, so they don't know the income from NID or who NID is.
Right.
So I spend a lot of time just explaining.
Yeah, well, I would say like.
Even back at North Auburn, they have no idea. And there's like a sign, like, one of those post signs on the road. It's off of Atwood, that area. They have no idea. Yeah, it's Edgewood to north. So Edgewood north, and then eventually it goes to north. It doesn't go across 49. It doesn't go across. There's a kid in the corner.
Then I would develop a 5, 10, and 1 year fiscal funding.
I don't know what I'm walking into.
Or, yeah, and it may not be, that's what we need to lay out that 5, 10, 10 years.
The guy who ran the actual gun, like an iPhone, when I was I'm sure there'll be some hot news coming. So, if the fight doesn't go, then he won't be able to sit in the audience. It doesn't.
Yeah. Yeah, and then some people are having difficulty they're having difficulty with coming up with the likely goals, yeah, and then back in. Well, we're still working on it. Yeah, no, I think that's perfect.
Can you go help the other table?
She's really good at this.
He did a little
Yes,
work.
yes. These two are really good.
We might need you to go on a road show.
Picture me with my two.
Get on the,
Jeff, do you have any
I think this is gonna be good.
By power, we're going to do that side. Yeah.
Down there. I'm good here. Oh, good. I know, and Wayne, but they're just not doing anything.
Yeah, and I do,
I don't know if it's a fine line between competing.
I wanted them away from me.
So, yeah, so I think he's like fully swamped, and there's a little.
The district
Yeah. Oh, really?
So those.
There you go, for accidentally, ELY, you're close.
So if our. She's out there with them.
I have.
No, no, no.
He was clear
Training, succession planning.
He's done a while. Long time ago.
Offering.
If that, so there was like one cop. You literally, if you saw the cop, that's all he had. So I think there was only 6 days on it.
Yeah.
I would interest in having one.
For watershed stewardship.
Ricky.
Yeah, we have to.
She's the only comment on there, and no answer.
It's in here, competitive wages, but maybe that's.
I'll tell you.
And how are we doing?
Well, I'm donating.
For watershed stewardship.
She does a lot of the switches, the words, oh, that's genius, like
Really good benefit.
Today was the first day I actually.
And then you proactively utilize this as a practice.
This wasn't the purpose. It wasn't.
Watershed stewardship.
It wasn't the purpose to run for election. I wanted to be on the last one. That was what I started, but then it became very clear that there's a line of succession.
Yeah.
Be good stewards of the water.
Yeah.
This is how we have financial.
Oh, I know, I wish it.
Keep it stewardship. Okay, water. You guys are done, you guys are close. You're close?
I don't know. You did? Oh, you were there now?
Are you guys done?
Okay, so that's our, that goal.
Yeah, so he wrote them down. No, that's all the goals.
We started off, we're trying to shorten it and make it.
From what I.
Well, we got a lot. Are we trying to find a new picture for her new home? She's trying to decide.
Yeah, I would, I'd say NID.
Yeah.
Well, you don't get caught up on that. That ruins your grammar. Yeah.
Right now, we're at the statement, then we come back.
I would do,
Also, I think we have another one in there. One is grant money.
I would say improve and protect always helps by NID will protect and improve watershed health. NID is dedicated to protecting and improving. Improving?
So that's like in the middle of the wall.
Yeah. Well, you should always be protecting and improving.
Our priority. Yeah.
You don't have to have it. NID will protect and improve watershed, our watershed.
That's really succinct.
For what though? Our watershed, and then our goals will be why, how, that's how you do it. Yeah. Mine too is like the quality and health. Yeah. Everything, yeah, the biological, that's because all the. No, dedicate, we took dedicate, NID, we are. Very, yeah. I like it. Okay, are you guys done? We're not accepted services. You're just now, not yet. Oh, we Maybe, yeah. Yeah. President. I would just cut it and say NID will prioritize investing. I would say NID will prioritize and invest. And invest in our retain.
Okay, well, that's what we were trying to figure out. Was it necessary to spend a lot of time?
No, that's those are the goals.
Okay, that's it. And I just want to invest prioritize, invest in, track and retain.
I think it's NID will prioritize. Oh, I think it's. Employee engagement to attract. Or we are a mess. Or a mess, the very last sentence.
We were
This could go on
But it's kind of missing.
Well, we have in here, we have the answer.
Perfect.
And give them growth opportunities. Where's most of those opportunities? Where's the building? Aurora has
You could go on a break right now.
I'm just helping them.
Okay, if you need to go to a break, just go break right now.
Thanks. Well, at least you cut that.
No, I went to I thought it was great.
She thought we had it.
So I think that.
All right, you guys, we're getting started.
NID integrates improved technology and data collection.
Speak up.
But what's the,
NID will integrate improved technology and data collection to increase efficiency knowledge and system security in order to decrease costs and increase production.
NID will integrate technology and data collection to increase efficiency, knowledge, and system security in order to decrease costs and increase production. I like it. Does anyone feel there needs to be any wordsmithing done? I think it's pretty good. Okay, we'll set this guy aside.
Great job, Chad.
Good job.
Oh, and Karen.
Karen, how to help them. All right, don't worry about me,
Okay. Rich.
The district must develop a sustainable financial model that will manage and obtain the funds necessary to ensure the long-term viability doing the right thing.
That was Nathan, I know that.
To ensure the long-term viability of delivering water.
Oh, we're not on, you did your goals already too? Hold-
Yeah.
No one else did their goals yet, you guys are overachievers.
Oh, okay.
Well, we have a list.
Well, we'll do this real quick, then everyone can simplify their goals.
Okay, wait.
The district must develop a sustainable financial model that will manage and obtain the funds necessary to ensure the long-term viability of delivering water.
We don't want just a model. That was where I got hung up. District must develop a sustainable financial practice, a financial.
For me, model includes actual planning, like a fiscal plan and how we manage our money. We have some heavy infrastructure needs. We not only need to have a accounting model that handles the money rolling through, but how are we gonna financially pay for it? Payment model. Anyone have a better word than model?
I have a problem with, had an ongoing problem with the financial stability in the context of that we're not doing that now. And in fact, since 1977, the district has really come a long ways in sustainability and must develop sustainable financial, implies to me that we're not doing that now. We have to do something better.
You do, we don't have enough money. I mean, that's one of the hard parts of strategic planning, right? You can't get caught up on a strategic priority necessarily being a criticism of the past. It's more a reflection of what you need to do for the future. I mean, we have Scotts Flat Spillway, Chicago Park Rewind, and the Flume of Doom.
And first.
And all of the FERC related things, which includes a hydropower revenue hit and a water sales revenue hit.
Okay.
I'm wondering about long-term viability of delivering water.
Me too, Karen, I'm just not, I feel like they're.
Well, so this is, like what Lawrence mentioned, this would include, you have to, if we are going to continue to deliver water, right, we currently use hydropower to offset all the rates, which requires us to have all the FERC requirements and relicensing. We have the Flume of Doom, which does, that's only being acquired, so somebody else doesn't own it. It all boils back to delivering water. What do you think we should, what's necessary to?
It is the viability of the water, because they're delivering water.
You could just say that to
Yeah,
ensure the
yeah.
long-term delivery of water.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I think that's better.
To ensure the long-term delivery of water.
Yeah, thank you.
I think that's
Anyone? Watershed.
NID will protect and improve quality and health of our watershed.
And then after that comes the goals of how we're gonna do it.
We chopped all our goals out of our statement.
Well, you kind of have to.
Yes, right.
You can't have it be too long. NID will protect and improve the quality and health of our watershed. Lisa?
I know, I just asked.
I didn't let you write this one.
The other part we at the end got into was that our watershed includes a lot of Forest Service land that we're not, somehow we got to partner with them, a statement about partnering with them.
That's one of the goals.
That could be a goal.
Those are goals,
That's
yeah.
right.
It's nice, in fact, there's an item on the.
Well, I put our
meeting agenda
watershed,
for tomorrow.
we don't own all that watershed, that was the part about the
Yeah.
our part.
Well, I mean, you do everything to the extent of your legal ability to
Right.
do so,
I
right?
feel like it's missing a why. Why?
To blah, blah, blah.
As the source of our water, watershed could be plural, also watershed,
Mhm.
and that's where our water comes from. So
Oh, there we go.
whether or not it's off of Forest Service or SCI lands, that's where it's flowing from.
Right.
And that's a surface water rights holder. You know, we're very beholden to it.
What happens on their property.
Can we take a more aggressive stance on the Forest Service?
For watershed?
No. So NID will protect, what did you do? NID will protect and, well, you could say enhance
Yes, there you go.
the quality and health of our watersheds.
Watershed.
Well, I feel like it could get lengthy, but.
It's getting lengthy, and I don't know what the reason for it is. NID will protect and enhance.
How about NID will protect and enhance.
In support of our water
source
supply.
of our water. And then, comma,
By protecting the health.
by protecting the quality and health of.
Well, yeah. Also, there's some other things that would, I mean, health of our watersheds. We also have a fish issue.
Well, that's in the goals, that's, it's like, you know, because you have aquatic and terrestrial habitats
NID
are
will
included
protect
in that.
Link it to the people that support our communities, because that links the people to the watersheds, and so many people don't naturally do that in their mind.
Yeah, and
Enhance the quality and health of our watersheds that support our communities.
And work with partners to achieve the following goals.
that's what I would just say to enhance our water supply.
It doesn't have along those lines. Yeah, the others do have, in order to blah, 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 in order, you know. I think it's nice to make that direct connection between water supply and watershed.
Oh, yeah, there's like.
Okay, how about that? NID will protect and improve the quality and health of our watersheds to enhance our water supply.
Good.
There we go.
There you go. The words
think
we
that's
couldn't
fair.
come up with.
Good? Yep.
Nice job.
You're digesting, okay. Sorry, I didn't.
Now I'm looking happy. All right, then, what were you guys, oh, your employee engagement.
NID will prioritize and invest in our employees. Attract and retain top talent. And increase in
Employee engagement and satisfaction.
Hold on, you didn't restart. What was
In
it?
order to attract and retain top talent and increase employee
Wait,
engagement.
start over from the top.
NID will prioritize and invest in our employees in order to attract and retain top talent and increase employee engagement and
And satisfaction.
You guys think? That looks pretty good.
How do the employees take a vote? Does it resonate or need more work?
I think this,
I think,
the top,
yeah, top talent and employee
this is
engagement.
what matters.
Priority.
So, does anybody have any?
I think we do. We feel good about it here.
You don't like it satisfaction? I would just, I'd cut it off at engagement and get rid of satisfaction.
Satisfaction's easy though, it's measurable. It could be a goal.
Yeah, I think that's maybe a goal. I think this is important.
Mm-hmm.
your engagement's gonna be
So do you need both of them?
Go either way.
And if you're retaining top talent, they're probably satisfied with their position.
And they're happy.
So it sounds like we can get rid of, end it here.
Yes, yeah, I think so.
Good? All right, then we have the last one.
So what you can
No, we did not.
My satisfaction is low.
Okay, NID will plan and invest. In the infrastructure. Necessary to maintain and improve. Water delivery. To shorten that, you can get rid of and then NID will plan and invest in the infrastructure to maintain, improve, so you can get rid of, you can shorten it up.
But wait, isn't that about, oh, I see, you are the infrastructure. I thought you were the technology people, sorry. I was going, wait, where's the technology?
Plan and invest in infrastructure necessary. What were you saying, get rid of?
Unnecessary.
Infrastructure.
And above that, so NID will plan and invest in infrastructure, maintain and improve existing. There you go.
Now, I have to say, my feelings are kind of hurt because hydro has a lot of infrastructure improvements, and we're not really part of
You're
just water
necessary
delivery.
to-
goals, though.
To keep the rates down for water.
Keep
the
You know, maybe like power generation.
No, I mean, it's this, without,
Yeah.
you come under invest.
Okay, okay, yeah.
Because it's a significant hit, I mean, to delivering water if we don't take care of hydropower.
Right, okay.
But you're right, you got lost in there. You're lost.
Well. No, I feel that it's more of a, it's gonna be a specific goal. Because there's also recreation infrastructure.
Wide rate.
I had one that was broader, that was, talking about infrastructure to maintain and improve the services we offer, or something, you know, our services, we were struggling with that. The services to include everything, but then we were told that the water was over. That's why we changed it.
It's too hard to be all encompassing and be short.
So hydropower is a service. Something we sell
We have customers.
to PG&E and one that it's more of a commodity that we sell to, just for revenue purposes. It's not, it's service to enterprises, it's a utility. We don't have the end customer to be considered an electrical utility per se. Okay, are we good with this?
Yes.
So, I mean, so this is what the goal is now, is you go back, do you wanna go back and work on your own, or do you wanna switch and work on a different priority?
It doesn't seem to address the why. I think that most of the, to do something, to be pretty cost. I think this one, we couldn't come up with the why.
It is missing something, I agree.
Well, that's to maintain and improve existing and future water deliveries. The why is the second part.
Well, it's also to ensure the supply.
We talked about that.
You're right, you're investing in the infrastructure to guarantee supply, or the flow, or something. Delivery.
But delivery, the water main,
True.
all of that is
Infrastructure guy.
right?
The infrastructure, as opposed to the water rights that
Yeah.
everybody's talking about.
So if it's just the deliveries, it's everything upchain from that, right? It's water rights, the water main, the canals, the reservoirs, everything up above. You need all of those to maintain its water delivery. That's the problem, that's very broad.
It is extremely broad. But that's okay.
But that's the nature of our system, actually. Complex and.
So, and also remember, this is year one, so one goal may be develop the hydropower master plan with a 5, 10, and 15-year funding plan. It could be, increase hydropower revenue through renegotiation of future.
I do struggle a little bit that it is down to water delivery. Because I do think your point that we have 3 business lines whose infrastructure we are going to be investing in.
And I do. To say, to maintain and improve revenue and existing service levels.
Yeah, and say district
wasn't what you had.
infrastructure, just.
Yeah, if you say service levels and revenue. So this would capture recreation and water. And revenue captures hydro.
Or that was just service.
I don't think hydro is covered under services.
System facilities.
I like that better.
Improve service levels and revenue.
Yeah.
You guys want back your one you've already worked on to develop goals?
Sure. We have some.
Do you need your sheet, or you? So come up with 5 or 6 goals that then feed into that. Nate? 5, yeah. Whatever seems reasonable.
Let's see if we can pick it up.
Well, I'm here. Very small parts of it all.
That's just one little piece. Canals is probably the number one thing.
Okay.
Well, but even if you connect the, if we have better
I just didn't know if
all the way
we
up.
brought them to maybe,
But you have to have
not just.
it's still technology savvy.
So we have to, it has to be a full implement, integrate technology and action, strategy and action, right? Yeah, I think that if you have.
The hot. Hopefully not, I just saved it.
I'm not sure why they use that. And the fact that we have to explain to everyone.
So how are we going to protect the quality of water? So could we put something for it? Okay. And then all the little asterisks that started putting. I think the best management practices. Oh, yeah. Yeah, exactly. So I think best management practices could include. They're already making sure that like chemical runoff doesn't come off the road, so they set a boundary.
I have no idea what I need.
Right? So.
That's the message. Great, more money for me. Right. But some people here, you're taking my water away.
Your costs are going up 40.
Implement modern. I like what you did.
Good.
Modern
The metric.
But that's not how the water would be. That's still minor extensions, right?
Although you kind of.
And then,
You can't define it in terms of, we make it 20 years, and it takes to do it. They go through the
4 years there at CFM.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
It doesn't take you.
so should we put standardized?
Water meter metrics.
Yeah.
But I.
I mean, I'm saying here, that 40 is high.
Well, then it's the one with the.
Oh, that's right. If we
Integrate in technology and maintain, increase the
actually, they were,
And systems.
and the light, they were,
and enhance awareness
they were actually providing.
through public engagement. I like this.
And they,
We
wanted to get a
No,
package.
to enhance awareness through civic service, community, and Sure, yeah, sure. So, yeah. So it's sort of an open ended. Increase awareness. Through community engagement.
So.
Well, I think our next MOU was shooting to cover
And
5
then
years.
water quality mitigation efforts.
Yeah, that's.
I do mitigation efforts. Did you do canal modernization?
Not right.
So that's but I'm not sure if that's going as far as minor extensions.
Well, it starts little by little, right? Yeah, best measure in practice is the flow through goals.
I mean,
Well, yeah, I know. Yeah.
Pretty broad, right?
Yeah. Because it'd be, you would wanna get to where you, it is a goal, but that could cover your fuel reduction, the drop in spending, yeah.
So when you say water rates, or I was thinking all of that.
Then we've been doing it for 100 years.
You can go out.
yeah, we did.
Well, I know, like, you know.
But we gave budget for
In
it.
the valley, so I pay it on in.
Yeah, integrating.
And then I can pay, like this year, I paid $190.
Would it be better to say the practice more convention instead of personal, like a work order?
Here.
Yeah, you know what I mean, like.
Yeah, work order, eventually you want all of it. Data, canal operations, you want everything completely.
City boy.
City boy.
But as easy as it sounds.
So.
I want to prove it to you. That might be the one.
Yeah, but you would want your water treatment plant to connect to everything else.
Well, they have this, and I do, they should.
And like, okay, like our transmission line, we are.
Right.
You would, if you have an issue with cybersecurity in treated water, you have an issue with cybersecurity in hydropower water.
So you don't want an internet-based program being
The way in the future, you'll be able to see that just fine.
Yeah, well, water.
Because it all connects.
We're on such a global financial inequality, where it's separating out.
But now.
NID probably, conflict area.
Yeah, adjacent property.
Property.
Well, I know, but I'm just, I'm trying to learn. You guys are going in. Yes, there should be a training.
Well, yours would probably be something like what you're doing no matter what. In my mind, it's and that's essentially what Tyler and Sutter were supposed to do, but they merged two different systems instead of purchasing one.
Well, we need.
Why would you have, tree contract? Eventually, you want to be able to go out to whatever, or insurance work order comes, you get the customer complaint, you log the work order, the parts all get billed to the right account, everything all happens seamlessly. When it started at Tyler and DLN, Sutter project, they are two proprietary software, they won't talk.
We might try that out.
There's no point.
Integration.
Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna move, I don't know why anyone ever believed they would do it. Two completely proprietary softwares who can barely work on their own. Right. You know, on areas, yeah. What'd you get? All of that should be finance, yeah. If I know stuff runs right our land, they're not. So, we have to work with them. If there is a plan, here's what we wanna do, they have to give us their buyout. But it's all on our. It'd be nice if there was a little bit more of a shared responsibility for sure.
We have to help,
I'm not sure this captures the right information.
Yeah.
We're so new on this, I'd almost make the goal like develop this other one, canal modernization 10-year plan.
I think that.
Develop work order and financial system integration plan.
We are,
So we have real goals that we set.
right now just has.
Develop financial system and work order integration.
operation plan, restoration,
You might be scientific, or let them have.
And I've even had one developed, cybersecurity plan for all of the areas right now, it's so vibrant.
Now.
I mean, you know, it all depends.
Yeah, this is the strategic priority, so we really need to analyze them.
Yeah.
With all the.
I think these are really actionable.
Yeah, I hear you. Because this is a good one.
We can make that a separate one, and eventually you want a system-wide operational plan that ties into a water market. Yeah.
Or maybe.
Because right now, when we start moving water management, it's very corporate. It's like, this tender calls water operator, who then has to talk to Shad, see how much water he's pumping, there's a treatment plant. He then has to go talk to Tor to see how much water each line has, who then has to talk to Ken, who's got the power that's possibly making which route we're selling to right now.
Right.
Yeah. It literally is that many calls. And then we have to call PG&E weekly. If you had one operational model that all that is supposed to be the planning and the hydropower system, then Shad would be like the Oz back there. Maury oh, you wanted water, I knew that 4 hours ago, and already sent it to you. What is this? Oh.
Logic can be written in there for all that.
But we're just so with our water rates and our model, it's all spreadsheet based, and that's our data.
We still got to.
None of it's connected together. It literally is the canal that sits, I have a bunch of. If we just have those four things done, we'd be.
And it's worse
If
for.
we figure out a way.
Yes.
Spending, or.
The problem now is we're just going to accounting and it's the cost of time. It takes 4 days to do water now. For the top and the bottom. It's all integrated in, yeah.
I'm almost at the end of these.
Okay, so let me, I'll read them. Canal modernization, 10-year plan. The creative financial. Cybersecurity. Yeah, for water operation.
Modeling.
There's
Well, I
a
guess
lot of
that's part
modeling
of
that
it.
needs to be done, yeah.
Once you have a
Well,
model,
like some of this other stuff that they're talking about.
especially with today's technology, and then you have to add sensors to your model.
Yeah.
So when you're getting feedback, the model will update itself.
Because the work we're starting to do now with this modeling effort could be leveraged for some of that. It's bringing in daily, minute-by-minute operation.
Yeah.
Because we have good data coming out of the power houses, and we have good data coming out of the treatment plants. We're losing nothing.
I was canvassing Saturday, a couple of ladies sod, and I stopped talking to them, they're like, and all of our neighbors saying, rip up the sod. And I have a different opinion. But he got into, he goes, but this is water efficient. And I scratched my head, they put a sensor-based microdrip system under the sod.
You still know how much, water sod needs compared to most other.
Yeah, but the calculation that never gets done, I wrote an article on this, is the increased atmospheric temperature, 10 feet off the ground, when you take your sod.
That is the thing.
everything around your house is less efficient. Nobody
No, you think it's, even with the planet,
yeah.
completely planted?
Well, if you completely plan it, then maybe, but what people were doing in the cities in Rockland, when people were getting paid to do it a couple years ago, they're ripping it out and putting DG down. It's
Well,
basically
that's,
concrete.
yeah, because like
So
I
now,
don't have any.
On a 110-degree day, it's 130 degrees.
But my house, my yard is super, super planted,
So that,
and I probably use more water.
I think that maybe there's value to that.
Yeah.
You're not removing the greenery, you're going to something more
Well, having a pool is
efficient.
more water efficient than having a lawn.
Well, you can argue the evaporation of a pool too.
It's less than
It
what
is
you need.
less than the lawn.
Yeah, it's less than watering a lawn.
You know,
I gotta look into this, the sensor base underneath drip system.
I've heard of it before.
I've never heard that.
Where did they use it at? I don't know, it was in a commercial area and it got clogged up super fast.
Yeah, that's what I would worry
Yeah.
about.
Yeah, and they actually have it in, well, bridges in the landscape areas. A lot of that is all that underground.
Oh, really?
Mhm.
Never heard of it.
Yeah. I don't know how it,
Labor-intensive.
well, it's fine, but I don't think it would work with lawns for very long. That all settles out. All the dirt, yeah.
It sounded like you.
Oh, wait.
That's why you can't do it in the meter.
Five? They have four, make sure they're reasonable, they actually go somewhere. So
And then I've
those are
got
not,
$3,000 filters of
Ensuring adequate.
well, if they're,
Water habitat.
one was to come up with,
Have you seen mine?
one was, they're gonna take a minimum.
No, yeah.
You can have the same.
You know that one? Really?
They're not talking about mine.
Component and-
They also developed a paper. Developed
But the best.
Here's for me. Yeah, I mean, because it's everything, right? It's, I mean, I look at like marijuana.
Yeah, but the reason we drill with this new drill, because $1,000 for an 8-inch sheet of the and then it was like $3,000 to have it delivered. That's 11 by 9 inches. It's a 4-inch or
Bills that
Is there a ramp in the front to accelerate the water that's just coming onto the mesh?
no, it's usually through the checker.
Acceleration coming out.
Faster it goes.
Yeah, it is, the water is 6 inches higher. That was the first thing you put on. It's over the top.
Oh, the fish screen, yeah, for something that doesn't seem like a big deal.
Sediment? So
Filters have
the
trouble.
blueprint is exactly what you're.
Huge. You go have it done, it's just harder than you think.
Mechanical engineer sent me this. He built it, it's $100.
Or if they want to come on. Yeah, I'd have.
He was like, hand-drawn plan. You even have CAD. That's cool. So, our box is up on the vineyard property down below them. We used to go up there every day and drive the old, the first pipe. And came out twice a year.
Well, that's true, we do.
3 hours.
There's a lot of water.
A lot of people don't have that.
Storage tank box, and then reduce the amount you buy, and
Yeah, and then when it went up, the district has to pay.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So I guess maintain a high water quality.
Right.
the amount of water that
Not a good option.
Yeah, that's absolutely effective for new people coming out. Yeah, but they'll only ever need that.
Put in these valves in here.
I know I only use and I don't
But if it had a way to guarantee the free conditions, maybe most to pay half of it. They're also
Not that
or come up with a whole to help maybe not give them sourcing, financing,
there might be a way to get the money, or maybe a way
find
to
matching
have
funds.
or better cost
Yeah.
Vendor's gonna tell us it'll take a lot less, than tell us to 1% at a time.
Yeah.
We'll
solve the whole problem. So we're done. I think I just stayed there and eat for the 100 years.
Like super fast.
Little insider trade.
My brother's name on it.
Yeah, you could elaborate on some of your
Shower.
We have what?
Oh, the whole concrete and
We usually would like everybody,
all of them, we get the passwords that are out. I don't even know what that is.
I think Lisa might
Right.
you get some benefits.
So that we just changed that part.
Don't worry, don't worry.
Their boxes for $800. I don't know.
We are at in moving that age up. Yeah, I know.
Most people plan on, they don't even think of it as mine.
They don't pay for anything. They just make.
You could do like a 457. We don't do that now.
Well, but I mean.
You could get more cash in there. Oh, well, or it only gives you more money if your pocket if you're already above that level. So if you're maxed out.
I can't hear our eyes rolling over the phone conference.
Thank you. I'll tell Kia sometimes, like, can you put my eyes
They really care about what the
you pay above what yours is paid. That's what we're developing.
I don't think I want that in our zone.
Like yeah, these are. It was problematic because of whatever. The reason they're so long and they rolled into your. Yeah, oh, my pay you're better off just giving. If it was a one-time annual benefit.
Hey, doing good. Thank you for your comments, I was on.
I don't like one. Stuff like that. No, anymore. Explain that.
It's not a cash bonus.
It doesn't matter, in the long term, that's.
The hard part. Here's the big thing. If we can reduce the number of
Cash
people
bonus,
showing up.
cash bonus are, like you said, after a while, I have increased the number, you can do cash bonuses with non-employees, employees, you're not gonna.
Yeah.
It is, so
Right, well, that answers.
Okay, first force management. And also being real and maintaining the high water quality through best, certain the 1% and 2% increases in, and we have foster strategic relations, we have a salary survey. I want to do more, she's done already.
Well, you know, when we did the last one,
I think it's very good one.
and I'm sure you can hear my
Nobody can obtain grants and funding.
Okay, good.
You know, and so it's where they're here. And I would love to see in our next go around.
Environmental justice. You can.
You can?
Yeah, you can do like a PPI, but they had asked for it, like,
Yeah.
and I already saw the writing on the wall.
No, we couldn't.
I'm getting.
I know, I'm worried on it.
We solved all the world's problems right here.
You're the best. Take care. Come on.
Right.
I'm gonna read them all.
Diana,
Everything good?
Total systems approach from management.
There's a lot of people, even that were in class,
And then develop a five-year administrative system.
Are you guys done?
Anything else?
I know
You
that.
guys can take that bonuses, I'm more different structure people enough to know how that works.
Okay.
Instead of the last one.
A lot of these it would encompass. Technology expands everything.
as the financial
So you're saying now modernization financial system.
Once we flush these out, I think we'll take them back and we'll flush them out.
And the total system
Every
approach
make it more.
But I think all those are.
Strive to retain $2 million.
Yeah,
Oh, no, you're self-employed.
Yeah, or we can say, whatever. We can make.
Oh, great.
Oh, these are good. Second set.
Well, I still have full flip. Deb got your, where is him?
And when,
She wanted, older and she wanted to be with us. Missed stuff.
I want the.
How are you guys looking?
It is really.
Killing it. We had to go to our IT expert to get us a
Did you steal? You stole, I love it, good job, good job, this is how we get stuff done. We have a spy on our team. Okay, how's everybody feeling? I got no one, oh, yeah, number one right now. How are you guys looking over here? We have some experts, we're all about I know, I'm all like nerding out on my. I tried to, but I've had a few. Actually, taking a walk. I'm handwriting all the time. Oh, exactly,
You don't have a time limit?
Now he's got a mustache, now he's got more hair. Oh, he already graduated.
Is there any way to improve this?
He wants writing. Yeah. Yeah.
No, that's what we're trying to figure out this last time, and how to we quantify it.
It's hard to get water, tested in Fox County anymore. This is, the main lab was, not Tampa, the well, Simon, and they closed. Oh, they lost.
We're gonna do this, so we are coming up on our early 5 o'clock deadline that we're trying to get done with. So everybody give, your list how's your list feeling?
Why don't you guys each give your list? How about this? I don't think we're gonna be able to wordsmith all of this together. Everybody give me your list and we will work on fleshing them out and making more specific and then bring it back. How's that sound?
Yeah.
Okay, is your list in writing that I can read?
Oh, yeah.
Well, I know who's at each group, I will make you translate.
You want to assign one person each table with email?
Oh, yeah, that's a great idea. Steve is a genius. Assign one person in your group to transcribe your goals in an email to me.
Oh, that's.
Good job,
Yeah.
Tina.
Good job.
Thank you. You too. You owe me two. Yeah, we're gonna be done. I'm coming up. We gotta figure that part out. We're gonna schedule a meeting. We'll figure out, I'll report back on how we're gonna do it. Email each other. Okay.
Yeah, how long do you have?
Yeah.
It's a big number. Is this your only job? Like, your job? Or is it something Yeah.
Dedicated.
Wow. That's old school right there.
No, that's what I think. Hit it? Yeah. Alright. Well, thank you, everybody. We're done early. Come on.
I might have a,